Rosine24V. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel to watch another video. And if you have not subscribed yet, go hit that subscribe button, guys. We are so close to 13,000. Just thank you so much for that. It's awesome. And I hope you enjoyed the last video with this version that I'm sitting in again today. And you're probably wondering why. But in today's video, we're going to do a little bit of a game, I guess you want to call it, where my followers on Instagram, if you want to go follow me at Rosine_24V, they sent me in their trucks to be rated. So I'm going to rate them 1 to 10 on basically rust, their condition, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. And then second of all, would I change something or would I not? Would I keep it the same? And then third of all, would I drive it as is? So that means me not doing anything to it. But let's get into today's video. I'm going to probably have to split these videos up and do them, later on in the week because I got so many. So don't get offended if I don't do yours. I just have a lot of people commenting and sending me stuff, so that's awesome. But let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so this one is from Curtis James. I'm not going to try to say all the username, but he sent me in an F-150 with it's like an OBS body style. And it's red, which is awesome. I think red looks really good on it. So first off, I'm going to rate it on, like I said, 1 to 10 on condition. And right now, I don't see any obvious rust. I'm really just checking the rockers, cab corners, fenders, the obvious, areas you would see. Obviously, a lot of these people didn't send me any frame pictures, but that's okay. I don't really need them. But I'm gonna give this truck probably an 8 because I don't have any frame pictures or anything, and he didn't send me any of the tailgate, so I don't even know how that looks. But it looks like it's in really good condition, so that's sweet. Next, I'm going to tell you what I would change about this truck, and the only thing I would change is probably the rack on the back. Not a huge fan of racks. And then a new tire and wheel setup. Maybe give it a small lift, get it off, stock height. New headlights, I would say, and tail lights, kind of I would black them out. I don't know why, it seems like a dark red to me, so I'd probably just have a darker tinted headlights on the front and tail lights. Yeah, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but that would be the first things I would start off with, and maybe black out the Ford logo. But would I drive this as is? Probably not. It would not be a truck I would normally, see out of the corner of my eye and want to drive, but it is in really nice condition, so that is awesome. Just not my type of style. Next is a 3rd Gen 3500 from the Cornfield Kid, and I think it's black, but it's a dually, obviously, and I'm looking for rust, and the obvious spot for 3rd Gens is the back rear bumper. I don't see any rust there. Looking in the fenders, same places as the other truck. I mean, the picture got, I can't really zoom in well, but from this picture, it looks pretty clean, so I'm going to give it a 9, even though I can't see frame, because the reason is because I know how bad the rust is on those rear bumpers, and where to expect them on a Dodge. Now, what I would do to change this or keep the same, I would probably do a new tire setup. Probably I would go all black, something from Fuel, obviously, because I know they make dually wheels. Now I'd probably just black this puppy out, like black the cab lights out, tint the third brake light, tail lights, headlights, and get new ones. Put a 4th Gen bumper in there, color match that. Or you could go with a more tactical front bumper. That would look pretty cool with the pods in there and a light bar, and color match that black. That would look pretty awesome. And then a new mesh, probably front grille for me. But that would be really all. I wouldn't lift it. I don't see a reason why. I think if you got beefy enough tires, it would lift it enough. But would I drive this as is? Yeah, probably so. I think it looks good as is. So next one is from Mason. It is a 4th Gen Cummins. I can't tell from this picture too much. Obviously, it's a newer truck. I don't know for sure what year, but it looks pretty clean, and I know it's a newer truck, so it's probably not gonna have a ton of rust. So I'm probably gonna give this 10 on condition. And then what would I change or keep the same? I would take off that ranch bumper on the front just because I'm not a huge fan of them, like I've said before. I just think it's a little too much, but you know, some people like it, so that's okay. We all like different things. And then I'd probably put a front light bar on this. I don't think the wheels are too terrible on this. It looks like they're just black, but I'd probably go with a two-tone maybe. And then I love to see silver trucks with an accent color, and I'd probably go with a turquoise accent color. And then would I drive this is probably not, just because the front hand bumper just throws me off, so I apologize. It's not a bad truck or anything, it's just not my style. It is in really good condition and it has a lot of potential, you know, but you gotta keep in mind. I'm sure you all can judge my truck and tear it apart, so no hard feelings here. This one is from Thomas MCF, and he just picked up his first Cummins second gen that's bone stock, and man, this thing is clean as a whistle. I mean, I wonder what the frame looks like or anything underneath. I don't see any rust on this picture or anywhere in the obvious spots. Obviously I can't see from the back or underneath, but I'm gonna give this, I know second gens sometimes have rust, I'm just gonna give this a 9 because I just have that curiosity of what from other angles what it looks like. But it looks super clean, so that's awesome. What would I change or keep the same? First thing I would do is get rid of those mirrors and change them to tow mirrors, and then put a 4th gen bumper on there. You don't necessarily have to color match it. If you want to color match for white, you can. But I'd probably keep it because it looks like you have, I don't know if it's the chrome strips or gray, but if those are chrome strips, I would probably just keep it all chrome. It'd look pretty cool. You don't always have to color match everything. I would put new wheels and tires on there. Headlights like mine that I also have down in the description if you want to go check those out. Honestly, I wouldn't do too much to it exterior wise. I'd probably work with it a lot under the hood just because of how good of a condition it is, and it really doesn't need a ton of work to it. That's awesome. Would I drive it as is? Yes, for sure. Alright, this one is from Codeman0301, and he sent me in a square body, which is awesome. I love square bodies. So first thing I'm going to do is check on condition. Looks pretty good. The only spot I see is in the rear fender. The paint is peeling a little bit, and then where the cab and the bed meet, looks like a little rust, I don't know, but it looks like rust to me. I'm gonna have to give this truck like a 7 because I don't know. It looks like a pretty clean square body, but because that rust spot kind of hurts it and I don't know what condition the frame is in. What is something I would change or keep the same? I would probably put bumperettes on that. If you don't know what those are, it's just a square body thing. Probably a Reese bumper. Give it a 6-inch lift just because I like my square bodies lifted. I don't like them really low. I would do different wheels and tires. And then would I drive it as is? Yes. Just because I know, like, I just have a thing for square body. There's just something about being inside a square body. I can't really explain it. Next truck is from Bailey Ball. And as I can see right away from the pictures, it looks super clean to me. I don't see any obvious spots for rust. And I know it's a newer truck, so I'm going to give this a 10. Just because it's newer and it probably most likely doesn't have rust. And then for what would I change or what would I keep the same, I think the tactical looking bumper on the front works. I would maybe color match it, but I can see where it's tying in kind of with the rim setup, so I don't know if I really would change it. Maybe I would change it if you were gonna color match the mirrors as well, but really that's all I would do. Maybe change the grille to a mesh one if you really wanted to, but I don't think it's necessary. So yes, I would drive this truck as is. So guys, I don't want to bore you with all these trucks today, so I'm trying to space them out. But thank you so much everyone, for anyone who participated in today's video. I appreciate it so much, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I love that we share the same passion for our vehicles. So as always, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment below, and subscribe.